Well, we hear a lot about home equity loans. They can certainly give homeowners options, but when should they be used? Under what circumstances do they work best? Here to talk about when you should make the most of your home's value or worth are Andrea Lewis, Business Development Coordinator, and Kathy Campbell, Community Development Director for Northeast Community Credit Union. And ladies, it's great to have both of you on the show today.
Thank you for having us.
Well, let's talk a little bit about home equity loans. I think we hear a lot about them and how they can be really good for homeowners.
Yeah, so the first good time for to take advantage of the value of your home would be remodeling, such as the kitchen or an addition to the home, an addition of an office, or that dream pool that you've been wanting.
That sounds nice. So it's a good way to take maybe a larger chunk of money. What makes these home equity loans more attractive?
Well, the rates, you know, if you visit www.bmycu.org, you could check out our rates. Very good right now, so definitely something to look into.
And it sounds like with these projects, these are some big dollar projects when you're talking about home renovations, so that might be a good time to kind of get that bigger piece of money sort of set aside.
Yes, yes, definitely. The springtime's coming up, and it's a good time to start looking at that and really take advantage of the value of your home.
Okay, and then secondly, you say tuition may be a good opportunity to check out something like this.
Maybe you have children that are going off to college, or yourself, and it would be something you could put money toward, and once you get that high-paying job, and then you would be able to pay that back toward that loan amount. So it's just something else that would attribute to the value of your home.
So pulling out some of that money and value that you have sort of been putting away for the few years that you've been paying on the home.
Right.
And then thirdly, you guys say financial emergencies.
Yeah, so no one really anticipates if something like that was to happen. You want to be prepared. The rule of thumb is 3 to 6 months, have that emergency savings, so that way you can worry about the emergency, not so much the money.
And Kathy, do you find that people are surprised by how much worth they might have in their home?
Yes, houses have appreciated so much in the last couple of years, and it's such a great low interest way to do those kind of projects that you want to do that's going to make your life better. And people are staying home more now with COVID, so take a little bit of that money and just make your life better, have your family experiences better. And you know what I always try to encourage everybody, you may just buy a house 2 times in your whole life, so you're not going to know all the answers, and you're not going to even know the questions to ask. So we just invite people to come in. It's free. It doesn't cost you a penny, and just let us give you some scenarios and tell you how much you can afford, that it won't strap your family, and just answer some of those questions that you may not think about before you get yourself into a bad situation by borrowing more than you can afford.
Yeah, take advantage of those much lower interest rates.
Yes.
Ladies, some great information. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm sure a lot of wheels are turning out there as they're thinking about some of those projects that they may not have thought that they could afford.
Exactly.
So we'll give everybody, you gave the great website, and I know you guys are right there in Elizabethton as well, but check out the website for more locations, great information. BMyCU.org is the website for Northeast Community Credit Union. We're going to take a break. We're talking coffee coming up next.